yeah. This is DJ Wolf Live. Coming to you live from the Southern Maryland studios in PG, Maryland, baby. Your host, dropping the honest conversations that we need to have throughout the DMV and throughout the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything else, this is DJ Wolf Live, and your host, the one and only DJ Wolf. Oh, yeah, that's your boy DJ Wolf Live in the Mickey Piece all day, all night. Here we go again. Here we go again. That's a blast from my old past from a few years ago when I first started this show 5 years ago. This summer, celebrate my 5th anniversary with my first live podcast in probably a long time, but this starts the 5th season, baby. DJ Wolf Live is officially open for business, baby, and I'm back with a Mickey freaking vengeance, baby. You bet your sweet you know what. All right, let me turn this down for a little bit, guys. All right. Welcome to the show, guys. This is the one and only DJ Wolf Live in the Mickey Piece. Got a couple things on my mind tonight. They've been talking about this reparations thing. They actually had Danny Glover and Tasha Heaney Coates. I can't pronounce his name, but and were a couple other people that was there on Capitol Hill today. There was a live, event on it on television talking about it and all the other stuff. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think this is more to do about talk than anything else. This is a way for the Democrats to look like they're trying to do something, and they ain't doing shit. Excuse my French. They're not doing anything. I'll be honest with you. Oh, before I get to that, let me welcome all the other my other social media sites that are associated with this podcast. Spreaker, YouTube, who else? Spotify. Welcome, Spotify. Welcome, iTunes. Am I leaving somebody out? I'm sure I am. Oh, Google Podcasts. Those are some of my new, or those of you who have never heard me before. I've been on for quite some time. And I've been on Spreaker for about 5 years. I've been on YouTube for about a little over 10 years. I just started podcasting through YouTube about a few years ago. And just want to welcome you guys on board. Let me know what you think about my show. You can reach me. My email is DJWolfLive at AOL.com. That's DJWOLFLIVE at AOL.com directly. Questions and comments, suggestions, debates. If you want to even do a live podcast with me, let me know. If you want to come join the conversation, at some point I will set up a number. I just got a brand new little system set up where I can actually streamline your calls via Bluetooth. It doesn't matter, or Skype. At some point I'll be working to set those up. Not tonight though. Hopefully by maybe Friday or Saturday I'll have that going. But in any case, welcome to my podcast. If you are a Spreaker subscriber and want to join me in the podcast I'm on right now, my channel on Spreaker is DJ Wolf. Of course, it's Spreaker.com/DJ Wolf or DJ Wolf Live. All right. Now, I'm just going to give you my little thoughts about reparations here. I'm going to be honest with you. I think reparations is a good thing if used right. You know, I think it should be in the form of land. Not just in the form of land, because, property, you could do so much with properties, originally reparations was going to suggest that we were going to get during slave time 40 acres and a mule anyway. 40 acres is more than enough, to tell you the truth. Don't know if we'll ever see that. I was listening to a couple of podcasts not only on YouTube, but on news reports where, of course, the Senate and Mitch McConnell, yeah, I say his name, Mitch McConnell, not Mitch McConnell, Mitch McConnell, have already downplaying it. Yeah. They come up with this excuse like, well, it's such a long time and you got to go, you don't know who everybody is. Well, you know what? Let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. Excuse my French. I got to go with this route. Let's be honest. Let's be very, very honest. Okay. During that time period, okay, people were getting railroaded, bamboozled, led astray. Okay, all of that. And there were other minorities that were getting reparations, and they didn't even live in this country. Matter of fact, for the most part, it didn't even happen in this country with them. It happened in their own countries. Okay? I don't need to really name them all. You know who they are. They're getting matter of fact, they're not only that. I heard a rumor, and I can't believe it. They're talking about there's a gay group trying to get gay reparations. I said, gay reparations? Are you freaking kidding me? Now, you telling me we have a right to fight for reparations for based on what happened to us as a result of slavery, but gay people want reparations just because they're gay. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything personal against gay. I really don't. But to sit there and call yourself trying to fight for reparations that you really didn't earn or really didn't suffer, but other than the fact that people harass you because you're gay, what entitles you to get reparations? I don't get that. You don't have entitlement for reparations at all. Okay? It's who you are. No one made y'all go 12 hours in the field all day, 14, 15 hours in a day from sun up to sundown, and whoop your ass and tell you what you needed to do. And then the stress went down to generation to generations. Okay? Because that's really what essence what slavery did. Slavery, hold on, let me adjust this mic for a minute. Slavery really stressed out generations of black families. And that stress took its toll on many black families. Okay? Where it's still affecting many black families to this fucking day. Excuse my French. And that's a fact. Okay? But no one wants to deal with that fact. We have to. Okay? We need to. We ought to. Slavery did a lot of damage. You know? It did a lot of damage to a lot of people, man. Our people, or generations of our people, have never recovered as a result of that. You know? To this day. We've always had double-digit inflation, double-digit poverty, double-digit unemployment in our communities for decades as a result of that. You know, we had our own section of a town in Tulsa, Oklahoma called Black Wall Street, or it was called Black Wall Street, where we owned our own piece of the rock, earned it, built it up, just for some racist-ass crackers, yeah, I'm going to say crackers, white people, to tear it down. Just because of the color of your skin. Yes, I'm upset about it. I'm still upset about that shit. You know? Have a right to be. You know? Let me tell you about, I hadn't, well, I don't think I've publicly talked about it. I think I did yesterday. I did a Father's Day, Father's Day podcast, well, actually did it Monday morning, but a little late because I was out celebrating Father's Day myself, Sunday. And I was at church. Our pastor did his very first Father's Day sermon. It was a very powerful Father's Day sermon that talked about why it was important for men in our communities, black men in our communities, to be fathers that they need to be. And put all the other crap aside and be fathers. Put the boy stuff away and be men and raise your kids like a man's supposed to do. So he brought up all the fathers. He said, all the fathers in the congregation, come on down. So we all came down, we prayed together. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought about how I was raised and who raised me, of course. My dad. My dad wasn't very much in my life. Well, he was there. Let's put it like this. He was there in my life. Be it good or be it bad, he was there. I can honestly say that. Now, I was thinking about if I hadn't already told you, my dad actually is very ill right now. And I'm actually going to be seeing him pretty soon. And I was thinking about that Sunday based on the speech that our pastor told. And it was so moving. It was probably one of the most moving church sermons I think I've ever heard. I kid you not. It was very, very, very moving. And I didn't know how to control myself. Because as the pastor was praying, and my thoughts was in my head, and I was just praying along. It's like, God, I'm leaving it to you, man. There's nothing else I could do except be there and pray on it. And I was trying to keep from getting too emotional, but I couldn't control myself. I really, honestly, I could not control myself at that point. That's the honest gospel truth. And I just lost it. I truly lost it. I just, tears just welled up in my eyes, man. And it was at some point, I had to walk out the sanctuary. It was that bad for me, man. Because I was thinking about all the stuff that's going on right now with my family up there and stuff. And it's like, sad. And I was listening to another podcast earlier this morning, and a dude had nerve to talk about what y'all crying about reparations. Y'all begging for reparations. Motherfuckers, excuse my French. We aren't begging for reparations per se. We're asking to pay us what's due. Drop the bag. Cut the motherfucking check. Give us what you owe us. That's the bottom line. Okay? Now, I'll say this. I talked to a couple of people about this. It does have to be in the form of something that's worth a lot of money. Let's put it like that. I will say that. I know some people are like, well, they should just cut a check and give us money. What y'all gonna do with money? Other than give it back? I think, honestly, if you're going to get reparations, make it worth something to get it for. I'll say that. Not just about, well, I got all this money, I'm going to just give it away. Don't make it about that. Make it about building, okay? The chance to own your own businesses. The chance for you to go back to school. That would be a good start. Because someone mentioned that on a podcast the other day, and I was reading a comment, and they were basically saying, how about we just basically get a 4-year scholarship? That's not a bad start. Like an educational fund. That's a major tangible. That's a good start, matter of fact. But there are other ways, maybe get somebody a shot in investment in a major business, pour money back into communities with jobs, real jobs, guaranteed jobs that will, and not just, regular labor jobs either. Something where people won't have to use their minds. Not the mindset, but their minds. Okay? To build communities with. That's what we got to start doing, guys. We have to. It can't be just about the bag. Yeah, it's about the bag. It's about the tangibles. It's about the check. But it's got to be just more than that. A lot more. Okay? One thing I'll say, and I heard him say that this too. I heard on one of the newscasts this morning about, well, we got to change the hearts and mindsets of white people. You're never going to do that. You will never automatically change anybody's mindset if they don't want to change. I'll say that. But what I'll also say is, I ain't worried about changing the mindset. I'm worried about getting the bag, the tangibles, the cream. Give it here. What did James Brown say? I don't ask nobody to do anything for me. Just open the door and I get it myself. You know? That's the mindset we got to start having. For real. I don't need nobody to do it for me. Just open up the door and I get it myself. You know? That's the point he was trying to make, too. That's a damn good point at that. You know? People, we need to start really investing in our children. Not when they get 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. Invest in your children early. Let me give you an example. There was a video that came out a couple of days ago. You guys might have saw it. It was a video that came out a couple of days ago of this young man and his little toddler baby boy. I think he said boy because he was on CNN the other night. This little baby boy was like 19 months. This is the one that you saw, I think it was in Tennessee, where him and his little boy was talking. And, of course, the little boy looked like he was answering back to his dad. It was very heartwarming, very touching at times. And, it's downright charming. And where it looked like him and the dad was having a little banter. And likely were, you know. But it reminded me of stuff I do with my little boy. Well, he's not a little boy anymore, but I'm just saying, at the time. And he was about a year and a half old. Now I used to talk to him all the time. He would talk back. He was like, and I said, hey. He's like, and then what happened? Oh, okay. And I did the same thing 27 years ago with my son. I did the exact same thing with him. Sure did. And I don't hear too many of the regular YouTubers out there I know talk about that. I'm talking about it right now because I thought it was commendable that young man to do that with his son. You start an honest conversation with his son as young as a year and a half old. That's what I did. I did the same thing. And my son now is doing very well because of that. No doubt. But I did the same thing. So I know he's on his way. You got to stay grounded with this kid. It'll be all right. You know. But this reparations thing, you know, I'm just wondering if it's just more talk. Because we see a lot of that. Now, I'm trying to get the local story here. I wanted to read some of it. According to the local DC channel, he got a story that says, why not for slavery reparations, House panel is told. Or, I'm sorry, it says, why not now? My thing is, why even talk about why not now? How about now? Or right now for slavery reparations? That's what you should be saying, because why not now is basically asking a question. If you say right now, that's telling them we want it now. You know? Well, let's not be too demanding of these guys. No, yes, let's be demanding of these guys. That's the whole point. Okay. According to the story that I'm reading, it's from the local news station. What they call it, fair use, of course. It says the debate over reparations for descendants of slaves catapulted from the campaign trail to Congress today, June 19th, with an impassioned plea from actor Danny Glover and others for lawmakers to address the compensation for America's blighted heritage of racism and Jim Crow laws. Okay. They said Mr. Glover told the judiciary panel that his great-grandfather was enslaved, called a national reparations policy a moral, democratic, and economic imperative. Anyway, so it was the first hearing in a decade on the topic, and comes, of course, as a growing discussion in the Democratic Party on reparations, and sets up a standoff with Republicans. Of course, Mitch McConnell opposes the idea, of course. he's quoted as saying, Glover's also quoted as saying, the hearing is yet another important step in the long and historic struggle of African Americans to secure reparations for the damage that has been inflicted by slavery and Jim Crow. Okay. Tanishi Coates, of course, was also there. I didn't realize that he wrote an essay in 2014 called "The Case for Reparations," and he told the panel today, said it was impossible to imagine America without the inheritance of slavery. Cory Booker, who's also there too, testified that the U.S. has yet to truly acknowledge and grapple with the racism and white supremacy that tainted this country's founding and continues to cause persistent and deep racial disparities and inequality. See, this is, based on what I'm reading right now, it's more talk than suggesting or doing. All right. They said another writer, Coleman Hughes, who at times testified over booze, of course, shocker, said that black people don't need another apology. Well, you're right. We don't need another apology. We need the cash. We need the tangibles. Now, I do have to agree with what he says as well. He's quoted as saying, we need safer neighborhoods, better schools, a less punitive criminal justice system, and better health care. How about opportunities for better jobs? Not just better paying, but better jobs that'll put you in a better situation in life. You know, they're not talking about that either. And Hughes is supposed to be a descendant of, he claims he's a descendant of blacks enslaved at Thomas Jefferson's Monticello. That's what he's claiming. But he's claiming also, he said, quote, is saying none of these things can be achieved through reparations for slavery. That's his quote. I don't totally agree with what he says on that either. You know. But here's my thing with reparations. Let's stop talking about it. Let's put some legislation out there to enact it. Okay? But these so-called black leaders aren't doing enough like they haven't been. But that's another story. I don't see enough of them doing enough of what they're supposed to do to get this thing going. It's just more talk. You know? Now, you got 20 candidates out here. Now, next week is supposed to be the first set of debates. Next week is coming up. First Democratic Party debate is going to be held 26 and 27 with 20 candidates. Okay? Now, they're going to be debating over, of course, policy, healthcare, immigration, and other issues. And you know, of course, they're going to use the black vote to try to talk about quote-unquote black issues. All of a sudden. Hadn't talked about it the other 3 years prior, but they'll talk about it this year and next year. Anything to get those votes. You know, it's a business. Politics is a business for politicians because politicians, to be honest, they are all about securing their own bag. They don't give a damn about you. And I talked about it before. The Cory Bookers, the Kamala Harris, the Joe Bidens of the world, the Barack Obamas, yeah, I call his ass out too. These guys are not from your neighborhoods. None of them are. You know, Kamala Harris talked that talk. She ain't really about us. Joe Biden, I know, ain't. Barack Obama definitely ain't. I got proof of that. I've seen proof of that. You know, and Cory Booker ain't either. These, with the exception of Biden, are people with a different shade of brown. That's the only thing that keeps y'all the same as us. That's it. Everything else, y'all ain't never experienced like we have. You never experienced living in an apartment full of that has roaches crawling out your bed and around your ass and rats up under your bed. Okay? That was my experience. Okay? I could talk about that shit because I lived it in a slum-ass apartment in 1972. Okay? I can talk that experience because I've been there. All right? I came from a dysfunctional home. All right? My folks used to fight almost every week. It drove me fucking nuts, man. You know? I was just telling my wife, I said, because she always went, wow, I'm always up all the time, late, listen to my headphones all the time. I said, I've been doing this since 1973. My brother, as a little boy, remembered me doing that. He told me that recently. Okay? Walking around schools and stuff, man, and, you know, getting bullied, dealing with bullies and stuff. And some points where I had to fight back. I did fight back, you know. So I'm not saying that those guys probably didn't deal with some of that part, but the dealing with the slum apartments and all that stuff, you know, and coming from horrible backgrounds like I did, and people I know, they don't have my experience. I don't even want to vote for people like that because they're all about the vote and nothing else. They ain't about you. Don't let those candidates fool you with that bullshit because they'll sure do it. You know, they all playing the same game any damn way. You gonna tell me in 2016 the best you can get was Hillary Clinton? Yeah. Because black people rode on that ticket all fucking day. Put all your eggs in the basket. Here's the other thing. We don't spend money on candidates like white people do. And don't say because you ain't got, because I want to hear that bullshit. We just don't do it. Cory Booker ain't the one. I thought about that too. And then I started watching some of his stuff. I say, he's a phony. He's a phony. Kamala Harris is a phony. Simone Sanders, they a bunch of bullshit. All of them. I can't go there. I just can't. I'm sorry. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. And I will not. I told my old lady, I said, you know, if it means me not voting, I'm fine with that. I don't care. I ain't got to vote. You don't have to get my vote. If you're not going to ride with me based on where I came from, and you don't represent that, I don't want you representing me. Period. You ain't my kind of people. Only the people who've been there where we've been are the only people that should be representing us. Anybody else other than that ain't got to be representing us at all. None of them. Got to talk, to walk around me anymore. I've gotten to that point with people in general anymore because people will say one thing and then three under the bus the next. This has been going on with me all year long. I was watching Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley was saying that. He said, sometimes you got to cut off those toxic relatives, man. You have to, even if it's your own blood. You know? I kind of had to do that this year myself. It really pained me to do it, but I kind of had to do that. I had to go there. You know? Still might have to tell you the truth. But it's just, I don't know, man. This is one of those years, man. It's just weird. Really weird. It's a really weird year. I'm not kidding. Yeah, so, but boy. I just wish wish this world was just in a better place than what it is right now. I really do. You know, people ain't living right no more, man. You know. Do you know I also heard Donald Trump? There's no joke. I heard that Donald Trump had threatened to extend his term to a third term. If he won a second term, he's going to try to extend it to a third term. That's a rumor. I don't know how true that he actually said that or not. All I know is, no. No. It gets on my nerve to talk about this character. But he's your president, and I didn't vote for him, and y'all wanted him in, and he just started, matter of fact, he kicked off his 2020 campaign yesterday. Talking the same stupid talk, and people buying into the same stupid rhetoric. Same stuff all day long. All day, all the time, all Trump. It's enough to make you puke. Literally. This guy has done more damage than they ever tried to say Obama did. And I give Obama credit. Obama didn't go there. He did go some places I was shocked that he did. And places he didn't go where he should have went, he didn't. And he should have been there for us at some point. Oh my God. Well, guys, I really don't have much else to talk about right now. This is my first podcast, my first full official podcast, and I wanted to be right. It sounds right to me. But I'm going to go ahead and do my thing here. I wanted to go ahead and do this right now. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for listening to my podcast tonight. Tell me what you think. I can be reached DJ Wolf Live at AOL.com. That's DJ WOLF LIVE at AOL.com. DJ Wolf Live at AOL.com. Okay. I'm on YouTube, Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes Radio, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. And those of you who can't reach me on those, you can also reach me on another new app that I've been working on the last 2 years called Anchor. That's Anchor. I think it's anchorfm.com, something like that. Anchor.fm.com/DJ Wolf. Actually, I think I might. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do an Anchor probably later on between now and tomorrow. You can catch me on that as well. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. It's time to go night-night. All right, I'm out. Y'all take care, man. Good night.